Have yourself a merry little Christmas. I'm so excited. Thanks for coming back. Welcome to my YouTube. It is the 12 days of NICCMAS, and today we are going to be baking. Oh my word, I'm like not the best baker, but I have been dying to try some new things, especially with the holidays around the corner. Christmas is coming, and I wanted to try a healthier version of a cookie bar. So today we're making a grain-free magic cookie bar, and I'm so excited to share with you. I've literally never had this, so we're gonna do this together and we're gonna test it out and see if we actually like it. And trust me, I will be honest with my opinions on it. It is dairy-free and it is also like processed sugar-free, so there's none of that in there. So it is still like 192 calories per bar, but like if you think about it, like a regular, if you add all that other processed junk in it, it would be so much more. And I'm really excited to try this. I have made, I already am thinking about making some adjustments to the recipe based on what I like, but I will tell you like the actual recipe, and I will tell you what I'm substituting and why. So let's get started. Alright, so we're gonna start. Here are the ingredients, and I will put them like here, and they'll be in the description below too. So if I put them here and you want to pause it and look at it, go right for it. But they'll also be in the description below, so don't get worried. Okay, so we're gonna grab all our ingredients. So there's gonna be like 3 sections that we're gonna be making. There's gonna be 3 sections. 3 sections that we're making. So section 1 is gonna be the condensed milk that we're making, and then we're gonna make the cookie crust, and then we're gonna make like the toppings for the bars. That makes sense. So first we're gonna start with our condensed milk. So I actually don't like coconut, and a lot of this has coconut in it. So instead of that, I'm putting almond whatever instead of my coconut. So it calls for 1 can of coconut milk, but I'm going to use almond milk. So let's grab our almond milk. This is the kind that I use. I use the Silk Almond unsweetened vanilla kind. We give it a little sweet taste in my tummy. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 can of almond milk, 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup, and 1 1/4 teaspoon of salt. There we go. So 1 can of coconut milk has about like 12 ounces in it, so that's about 1 1/2 cups. So I'm gonna put 1 1/2 cups of the almond milk. I'm gonna mix it in a bowl first. Oh, and also while I'm doing this, the oven, it needs to be preheated to 350. So I just preheated my oven. Well, I just turned it on. It's preheating to 350, and you want about a 9x9 pan. You want to lightly grease it to make your cookies bar. I'm so excited about this, you guys. I literally never bake. 1, because like I don't want to like bake sweet stuffs, right? I mean I do, but I mean I shouldn't. So there's that, and then I don't know. I'm just not a baker. Then you want to have, a 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup. I got like this is the low calorie, you know, the light stuff. This is gonna be nasty. Nasty, I tell you. Let me get it. Yum! This is so nasty, guys. I do not like sticky things. grossed out. Maybe this is why I don't like baking, because like sticky mixing freaks me out. Then we're gonna do about a 1 1/4 a teaspoon. I'm gonna eyeball this because I'm pretty good at it. It's probably about good enough. And then, so we're gonna put this in a small saucepan. I don't really have a good saucepan. So instead of a saucepan, I'm gonna use like a little pan thing. You'll see what I'm talking about. And you want to put over medium heat and simmer for about 25 to 30 minutes. And you're gonna stir it occasionally until you have about 1 cup left of liquid. So let's go do that.
I'm obsession with this stuff has to be like clean or it stress me out like that. Like these spots stress me out. But anyways, you want to put it on about medium, a little bit lower than that. And then we're gonna put this into our little saucepan. Let's get started.
Okay. I don't know why this made me really nervous. Get all that extra syrup in there. Like, let's go. Let's go. I love syrup. Actually, no. It's gotta be like mixed in with stuff so I'm not like sticky. But again, weird with the sticky things. It's like a new discovery for me too. So we're gonna simmer this for 25 to 30 minutes. I'm gonna start for 20 because this thing kind of like, it kind of goes pretty fast. We're gonna come back and continuously stir it throughout. So I need my little, where is it? Don't you love when you lose things? Okay, so now we're gonna start. So while the condensed milk part is happening, we are going to make, we're gonna make the cookie crust part. So this one calls for 1/4 of a cup of hazelnut flour or almond flour, 1/2 of a cup of, oh, I can't read, 1/2 of a cup of hazelnut or almond flour, 1/4 of a teaspoon, again, let me start over. 1 cup of the flour, goodness gracious. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/3 cup of coconut oil or melted butter, 1/4 of a cup of maple syrup, an egg, and a teaspoon of vanilla. So then, when you're making the cookie crust, you're gonna put the flour. We're gonna make it in a food processor and we're gonna like mix it all together. So you're gonna add the flour, the salt, and the baking soda to combine, and you're gonna pulse it to combine. So we're gonna add our cup of flour. This is almond flour, because like I said, I typically do almond. This is almond flour, so we're gonna do a cup of almond flour. Wow, I'm so good at baking. I'm sure this is not how you're supposed to do this. Okay, that's probably good. So we're gonna put a cup of that in here. Holy cow. How do people not like get messy every time they cook? It's okay, Amos, it's just me. So there's my cup of flour. Then we're gonna add the salt. And how much did it say? 1/4 teaspoon of salt. That's pretty good. And then the baking soda. And I want to say the baking soda was 1/4 of a teaspoon. So let me grab my 1/4 of a teaspoon. This is 1 teaspoon. I'm just going to put 1/4 of that in there. Goodness. Boom. Okay. And then we're going to pulse it together in the little food processor. And then we're going to be adding more to this too, so close your ears. Just being dramatic. Okay, technically you're supposed to like pulse that, so like, don't do what I just did. I just got really excited. Okay, now we're gonna add maple syrup, the egg, and the vanilla. If you don't do eggs, you can substitute eggs for applesauce actually, which I was thinking about doing that. But I thought against it, so it doesn't matter. Literally gonna be the exact same thing. Where's my syrup? Here's my syrup. So you're gonna add some syrup to it. How much syrup again? 1/4 of a cup. And you're gonna process this. Yeah. Okay. Ooh, so spicy. The stickiness that comes with syrup, y'all, just kills me. Okay, so we're gonna do 1/4 of a cup of that. And then we need to add the egg and the vanilla. So we're gonna grab an egg. There's an egg, and then you want to do 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Be very careful. So it's just like pure vanilla, so like be careful with the vanilla. Uh-oh, and this is overflowing. Pay attention. So there's my teaspoon of vanilla. Gotta stir this again. I'm gonna turn it down a bit. Gave me a little scare for a second. All right, okay, so then this is gonna be like like I said, like the dough. So we're gonna blend it till it's smooth. So it needs to be like smooth, like dough, so you can like press it down. Feel it. And so what I like to do typically, first of all, that is some dough right there. Wow. I'm actually like really impressed. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this into the pan and we're gonna press it down and we're gonna bake it for 15 minutes. Okay, I don't have like the cookie pans. This is what I have. It'll work just the same. Don't worry, I washed my hands before I started this. This is super sticky, like, it's that syrup, y'all. Ugh. Healthy things. Kills me. Every time. I swear. Where's that spoon I just had? You know, don't stop it. I could have corn. This really looks like I can make like 2 batches of this, honestly. My pan. I think my pan's bigger than like my pan. Honestly, might make a second batch really quick because I have all the ingredients. I think I'm gonna make a second batch, and I'm just gonna put it in here. 2, so we'll make a double batch. All right. You guys know what I forgot, and the reason it was I forgot to add the coconut oil or the melted butter. So before you like put it in the pan, I had to put it back in there. Adding was ridiculous. So before putting it in the pan, make sure to add 1/4 cup, 1/3 cup of coconut oil or melted butter, whatever you choose. I chose coconut oil today because that is what I had. And then literally you put it in the pan, you press it down, you put it in the oven for 15 minutes. So it's gonna be sticky though. I'm just gonna like spread it evenly across. I'm so grossed out. Nobody ever said they had to be pretty, right? Yeah, and this double batch was perfect for this pan. This is just gonna like pre-bake it because then we're gonna put it back in the oven for like 20 minutes at the end of it later with the milk and everything. So I'm gonna put it in the oven. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not like 100% sure if this is what everything's supposed to look like. I mean, it looks like it's just like spongy. Oh, don't freak out. Okay, so now that it's done pre-baking, what we're gonna do is we are gonna be adding chocolate chips, and we're gonna press the chocolate chips into it, if that makes sense. So you're gonna add a cup of chocolate chips. I don't actually like milk chocolate. I prefer dark chocolate in everything that I eat. If I'm gonna eat chocolate, I'm gonna do it right. I'm gonna eat dark chocolate. Honestly, it's your choice. Like, it's a little bit more, like, milk chocolate, you know what it is. Dark chocolate's got a little bit more benefits, I guess, if you wanna go that route. But I mean, it's still chocolate, so. You add a cup of dark chocolate chips or milk chocolate, whatever you want. Or if you really want to get fancy, girl, you do that white chocolate. So I'm going to add a couple here and I'm going to start pressing. I'm not going to add a cup. That seems like a lot. Well, I'm grossed out again. It's okay if it's not perfect. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. Yes! Dark chocolate's a pound. Hold on. Whoops. All right, so now what you're gonna do, I forgot, just got out of the oven. Ouch, that hurt. Okay, so what you're gonna do now, after you press those into the crust, you can add nuts to it. It calls for pecans, whatever you wanna call them. But I had walnuts in my house, so I'm gonna add walnuts. And like this recipe, honestly, is like had to do with like what I had in my house, because I wasn't like in the mood to like go out and buy a bunch of stuff. So like I had I had the flour, I had the milk, I had the nuts, I had the chocolate chips, you know, like I had all this stuff. So to me, it wasn't like I went out and bought a bunch of stuff. I think that's like a big thing for people, like making stuff that like I have to go buy all this stuff. Like use what you have at home, and honestly, sometimes that will kind of save you health-wise too. Like because if you have almond flour at your house, instead of going to buy regular flour, like now you have almond flour, and it's actually better for you. And so after you pour the nuts on the top, you're gonna pour your condensed milk that we were simmering over here. You're gonna pour it in here. Just pour it everywhere. It says. Oh man, it's just like soup. I'm gonna make some holes here. I'm gonna take some of that out. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's so great. And then you can sprinkle with the rest of your chocolate chips on the top if you'd like. I'm actually thinking of not doing that. Oh, that milk is like phenomenal. I would totally just like, ooh, I would put that in like your hot chocolate. Put a little bit more left. I'm gonna do it. Okay, that's phenomenal. Sorry, I just got super excited about that. You're gonna put this back into the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I would watch it throughout though, just in case, because you know, sometimes baking is a little silly. Oops. I'm gonna go 20 and I'm gonna check back. I'm all about the way this looks. This side looks probably more appetizing than this goop. I think because it's not in a 9x9 pan, I might have put like a little too much of the condensed milk in it. But still, like, it still looks really good. Oh, those nuts on top look so yummy. I am so excited to eat. Look at that chocolate chips. Oh my goodness. So good. So it says to let this rest for about an hour before you start cutting. I am about to head out, so I'm gonna let it rest for longer than an hour, which is totally fine. I'm gonna let it sit here until I leave, and then I'll cover it up when I go. And when I come back, we're gonna try it out. Okay, I'm gonna cut this, and I'm gonna see how it tastes. I'm nervous. Oh Lord. I told you I'm not a baker. How are you supposed to? I'll figure it out. Oh gosh.
How do you not know how to cut your desserts?
I don't know
You're a
anything.
woman.
Okay, so that's that. Walnut is great. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever been more nervous in my life. What if this is awful? First of all, Amos, no. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, no, not bad. I feel like it needs to be heated up. And then it'll be better. We'll put a scoop of like vanilla ice cream on it too. Perfect.